Hello everyone, this is Olena and Yuri, and today, day 5, the last day of adventure in Iceland. Our day began with a quiet return journey from Bitra guest house back to Reykjavík. The road felt familiar now, yet somehow different, as if Iceland had already changed us in just a few days. Wide open landscapes stretched endlessly around us, with soft light drifting over the fields and distant mountains. There was no rush, just the calm rhythm of the road and the quiet understanding that this part of the journey was slowly coming to an end. As we approached Reykjavík, the scenery gently shifted. Nature gradually gave way to the city, still calm, still spacious, but with a different kind of energy. Reykjavík does not overwhelm, it welcomes. Before anything else, we made our way to the airport to return our car. A small practical step, yet somehow symbolic. This car had carried us through waterfalls, volcanic landscapes, endless roads, and unforgettable views. Returning it felt like closing a chapter. And then, with no strict plan, we simply allowed ourselves to walk through the city. The streets of Reykjavík are full of character, colorful buildings, clean lines, and a quiet sense of individuality. Every corner feels intentional, yet never forced. There is creativity here, but also simplicity. We passed by the iconic Hallgrímskirkja church, rising above the city like a landmark that connects earth and sky. Its architecture feels both modern and timeless, inspired by Iceland's volcanic landscapes. Standing near it, you feel a sense of stillness, almost like the city paused for a moment. Not far from there, we visited one Reykjavík's most unusual and talked about places, the Philological Museum. It's certainly unique and perhaps not for everyone, but it reflects something very Icelandic: curiosity, openness, and their willingness to explore even the most unconventional subjects. As we continued walking, we noticed how Reykjavík reveals itself through details. Views from windows, small cafes, reflections of lights, people moving quietly through the day. Nothing feels rushed here. Down by the harbor, the atmosphere changes again. The air becomes sharper, filled with the scent of the ocean. And there, standing gracefully against the water and sky, is the Sun Voyager sculpture. It feels like a dream of a ship, not one that travels across the sea, but the one that carries you into imagination, into possibility. The harbor itself is alive in a gentle way. Boats, soft waves, distant mountains across the water. It is a place to pause, to breathe, and to simply look. Reykjavík's colorful buildings add warmth even on a cool day. Each street feels like a small composition. Blues, reds, yellows, never overwhelming, always balanced. There is a quiet joy in these colors. And then, almost unexpectedly, the city reveals another side, modern, clean, structured. Glass buildings reflecting the sky, contemporary architecture, a sense of forward movement. Reykjavík is not only about tradition and charm, it's also a city that evolves. As the day slowly moved towards evening, the light began to change. Icelandic light has its own rhythm, soft, lingering, never abrupt. The city became calmer, more reflective. By night, Reykjavík transforms again. Lights appear gently in windows and along the streets, creating a peaceful, almost intimate atmosphere. It is not a loud city at night. It is a city that rests quietly. And so our final moments brought us back to the airport, a place of departure but also a place of reflection. Iceland is not just something you see, it's something you feel, in landscapes, in the silence, in the small details, and in the way time seems to slow down. As we prepared to leave, we knew one thing for certain. This was not the end of our journey, but simply the beginning of lasting memory.